Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing, making a video, and because I have had so much great feedback on the kind of going through books or magazines, then I thought I might make another one, but hopefully this one will be more interesting because I'll be going through a quite old book. I've had it since I was quite small, and it's a book about ancient Egypt, and it's got pop-ups, moving tabs and flaps, so it's really quite interesting. It might be a bit of a struggle for me to actually change the pages and stuff because of how I'm positioned, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, so this is the cover, and it's got kind of 3D thingy, plasticky with card around, and it is actually it might be a little bit damaged. Because as I said, I have had this for quite a while. So this is a temple. Inside, public temple, which I found quite cool, and it's, as you can see, it's got a lot of details here. This page, well, these two pages are all about the beginning, what the Egypts thought happened in the beginning. Sorry about my chair if it makes a lot of noise. It's not a very stable stool, so and this is about the Nile. I think I might just read. So there's boxes on each page. I don't think I'll read the whole page. I am the god Hapi, and it is my duty to describe the land of Egypt and the mighty Nile that flows across it. As the Nile guardian spirit, it makes the river burst its banks and spill out across farmers' fields. Every year I bring the flood waters of the Nile to Egypt, and people are pleased. They say the flood is the arrival of Hapi. I don't know how you pronounce his name, by the way. So this is like a proper boat. This is all about the village. Do I pull this? It shows inside. I really like this book because it's got a lot of things, like you can see up here. It's got how it's made, and it's got a lot of very interesting things like the flaps and the pop-ups and all that. So, village life. I am the god Beth, the protector of homes. I make funny faces and perform strange dances to scare away evil spirits, snakes and scorpions. You'll find me in every village because people keep small statues of me in their houses and wear my image as a good luck charm. As a result of my protection, people feel safe in their villages and sleep well at night. So that was a village. This is all about children. And this pop one. Sorry, just have to adjust a few things. It's just here. And if I pull this, I got up stuck. They tug of war. Guessing that's about what they had to entertain themselves with. Children. I am the goddess Taweret, and my duty is to protect women and their children. My strange body, made from the parts of dangerous animals, makes me look fierce and scares away harmful spirits. Women wear my image on amulets, and in return for their trust in me, I protect their children until they become adults. So it's got, apparently that's different animals, but I can only see a horse and a standing up donkey. Okay. This is all about farming and the food. So it shows here that in January, which is this bit here, it's all growing through to December and November and October. It's growing and seeds trotted in by livestock. Then in September it changes to the flood, and the flood goes on all the way up to May, because in May it's the harvest, so they just collect everything up until, I did it the wrong way, didn't I? Sorry. It starts from January and then goes on to February. I'm very intelligent, by the way. Sorry about that. So January, from February all the way up to May, it's the harvest. And from June to September, it's the flood. And then from October to January, it's the growing again. And then I can manage. Sorry. If I pull on this, shows this is when there isn't a flood, and this is when there is the flood. This is okay. So farming and food. I am the god Osiris, and my green face shows that I am the symbol of the plant life that grows in farmers' fields. Egypt, the farmers spread their seeds across fertile soil and green shoots burst from them. New life is born. Farmers are the humblest of all workers, yet they were the most valued of all, for they fed all people. From the poor peasants to the mighty pharaohs. You can see his picture just up there. There we go. I like the pop-up ones. This is all about pyramids, and you can see the different types. There's the true pyramid, which is down here. There's the bent pyramid, which means that the top goes bent kind of towards the top more. And then the step pyramid, which isn't on there. Well, it's this thing. Oh, sorry, I think I may have this. It's that thing. Okay, so pyramids. I am Imhotep, a man who became a god. I was once a king's chief architect, and I built him a tomb like no other. It rose up from the ground like a giant stairway to heaven, and was the first of many pyramids built in Egypt. I became famous, and after I died, people began to worship me as a god. In the left corner. He's not as interesting because he's just normal. This is all about pharaohs, Egypt, god kings, and I'm just going to move it a second, so I think I might turn this up. So there's this little book here, and it's got all the different things about the different pharaohs. So in the front it talks about what they each had, or what most of them had. There's King Khufu, King Tutankhamen, Tutankhamen, Tutankhamen. I'm excellent at pronouncing people's names. King Ramesses II, probably the second, I'm guessing. Queen Cleopatra, the 7th, and that is it. There were probably a few more, I think. But that was just the royal reign. I think that was just some of them. So, Egypt's god kings. I am Horus, a god with the head of a falcon. I can soar high in the sky, so people believe I am the rising sun. They say my beating wings make the wind. My eyes are the sun and the moon, and the speckles on my feathers are the stars. I connect heaven with earth, and for this reason I am the protector of Egypt's rulers, who are considered gods that live among humans. I really like the pictures because they're really detailed. I'll just zoom up on that one. Isn't it interesting? I really like the pictures. Law and order. This one's quite gruesome. So I'll show you the pop-up or the flaps, I think it is here. So this is what happens if you steal. Well, crime, tomb robbery, punishment, execution. It's not very nice, is it? Crime, murder, punishment, execution. But as you can see on the pictures, there are different types of executions. They had, crime, refusal to do the pharaoh's work, building a tomb or a temple. Punishment, forced labour, sent to work in the stone quarries or silver mines. I guess that one's not as bad as any of the other ones. I think this one is stealing something valuable, for example a cattle. Punishment, 100 strokes of the cane. They were very strict, weren't they? Okay. Law and order. I am the goddess Mat, and I exist both on earth and in the kingdom of the dead. It is my duty to keep justice and order in the world, maintaining harmony and preventing the forces of chaos from taking over. When people die and their spirits travel towards new lives in the next world, I decide whether or not they should be allowed into the world of the afterlife. That was law and order. I think as a child, this page here was my favourite because it's talking all about the writing that they did, and I always thought that the writing was really nice. And they have this little part of the book here, and it shows you how to write different letters. Not all of them, but a few of them. And I haven't tried this before because it's kind of impossible to do now, but it shows you how to create paper that they used to use to write things on, and it also shows the numbers here. And so this is all about writing and mathematics. I am Thoth. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Toth or Tot if you don't pronounce the H's. I really have no idea. Sorry. The wisest of the gods, I am the keeper of all knowledge, the inventor of writing and mathematics, and the master of magic. Humankind learnt that the sacred art of writing from me. My symbol is the ibis, a bird whose slender, curved beak looks like the pen used by Egypt's scribes. Yeah, I think that was probably my favourite page of all this book. and probably still is. This one was cool as well. Okay, so this is all about medicine and magic. And I'll zoom in on the pop-up here. Shows what happens: ailment, burned or scalded skin, and the remedy is a 5-day treatment beginning with an application of black mud. So just imagine that, having to put black mud on you for 5 days. That wouldn't be very nice. I wouldn't like that. Ailment: snake bite or scorpion sting. Remedy: using a knife to open the area of the bite, then applying a dressing of white natron salt. By the way, at this point, as you probably have guessed, it's not the most relaxing of moments to listen. So if you're squeamish, then I would suggest turning your sound off until I change the page. Okay. Ailment: bad cut. Remedy: stitching to close the wound. Ouch. Ailment: itchy scalp. Remedy: daily application of castor oil, moringa oil and ox fat. Nice. Ailment: toothache. Remedy: removal of the tooth. Charming. And finally, crocodile bite. Dressing the wound with fresh meat. Not the best times to get wounded, I'm guessing. So, medicine and magic. I am the goddess Segment, and I have the power to both heal and destroy. Egypt's pharaohs called on me to rage against their enemies throughout the land and me to keep them safe from disease and injury. To them I am the mistress of life. So I'm guessing she's a girl. So this is all about mummies. I quite like this one as well because it shows you how they used to make a mummy. Just on that side there. And it also shows what the tomb looks like from inside. Just zoom up. So that's the grey bit's the tomb, and the yellow bit's obviously the pharaoh. It was put into one of those things, probably a coffin or something. So, mummies. I am Anubis, a god with the head of a jackal. I don't know what that is. People see me in cemeteries at night and believe that I am linked with death. My black face reminds them new life grows from the black soil of Egypt. So they say I have the power to make the dead live again, but only after I have preserved their precious bodies. I am the god of embalming the dead. And here it shows everything that you need to do. So that's the first step, is to embalm the body, which I think means clean, with white powder or something, I don't know. Oh no, it's taking the things out. Yuck. Not very nice. And the second step is to dry the body. And I'm guessing that's why he's pouring a lot of kind of sand and stuff. And then the last one is to wrap the body, and then you put it in the tomb and stuff, and in the coffin. We're nearly there, we just got 3 more pages to look at, including this one. So, art, music and dance. It's just a flap to show how people made that art. So they first went along the outline with red paint, and then they went over it in black, and then they coloured it in. Art, music and dance. I am Hathor, a goddess loved in Egypt and in neighbouring lands. I bring joy into people's lives, filling their ears with music and song and making them feel happy when they dance. They picture me as a cow. That's not very nice, because just as a cow provides milk for its young, so I nurture the people of Egypt, filling them with good feelings. Well, if I was a god, I wouldn't want to be seen as a cow, to be honest. It's not very nice. Oh well. Oh, I've got one of these again. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I was just amusing myself. This is all about war and weapons. I am Montu, the god of war. Egypt's pharaohs called me in the times of trouble, and I gave them strength to defeat their enemies. I filled them with my might, giving them the power to fight like heroes. This is the last page. Egyptian stories. The ancient Egypts told many stories to explain the world. They knew putting it into words things that were difficult to understand. We call these stories. The ancient Egyptians told many stories to explain the world. They knew putting into words things that were difficult to understand. We called these stories myths. Many of the stories that have survived to the present day because they were written down. Here are 3 of the best known Egyptian myths. I don't think I'm going to read them all, but I think what's behind this? Oh yes, that's I think one of them was about brother and sister, and one of them got jealous and decided to cut. No, I can't remember. Was it Ra saves humankind, creation of sky and earth? Well, one of them's about two twins. Another one is about the first mummy. And then another one is how Ra saves humankind. So that's it. So I would recommend to buy this book because it's very interesting and it never gets boring, and you learn a lot from it in a very fun way. And I have used it a lot when I was little and we were doing about Egypt. Then I would take it in and I would use that to help me work, because it was much more fun than the books that they gave us in school. So yeah, it's called Ancient Egypt, Take a Journey Through This Mysterious Land, and it's by John Mallam. I don't know how it's called. It's just Mallam. I don't know. Thank you very much for watching. Just before I say goodbye, I'd just like to say how much I'm grateful for all your support. When I get really nice messages, this is like really cheesy, but I actually, when I get messages and comments, I just feel like crying. It just makes me so happy that people are actually watching my videos and supporting me, especially since this is just the start of my channel and I haven't got very far, and already people have been supporting me, and that means a lot to me, so thank you for that. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.